Reagan. Also back with us, Jenny Beth Martin, co-founder at Tea Party Patriots, also a Georgia native. Michael, Jenny Beth, great to see you both.
Good to see you.
All right, I want to talk about President Trump's and Vice President Pence's visit to Georgia coming up, but I also want to focus most importantly, Jenny, first to you on this issue. New examples of voter fraud being raised by the Secretary of State, you know, pouring more doubt on this whole entire situation. Where do we go from here, and how is anyone like yourself supposed to have confidence in this elections process and the Dominion voting machines still being used in Georgia and a number of other areas?
Well, it is good that the Secretary of State wants to figure out where if there's fraud happening with people who are coming into the state to register votes simply for this election when they do not tend to be residents of Georgia. But the fact is, if he wants to restore faith in the election, and one of the most important things he can do is to allow an audit or a full review of the signatures on the absentee ballot, our envelopes, the absentee ballot application, comparing that to the registration signature. And he has not done that. The Trump legal team has asked for this 5 different times, including just yesterday. That's one of the simplest things to do to reassure people that the people who are voting in Georgia are legally allowed to vote in Georgia.
That's very important there. We're having a little issue with Jenny Beth's audio. We'll try to get back with her in a second. But, Michael, let me ask you this question about President Trump's rally coming up on Saturday. We just heard Logan say that people are urging the president to try and balance this, not talk about your own problems as much, but focus on the future, talk about what's at stake here with this election. Can he do that?
I wish he could do that, but I don't really think he's capable of doing that. He always makes everything about himself. And I think that was one of the big issues with the election. Made so much about himself, people got really worn out and tired. And the same thing could happen in Georgia. He should go there to help us win the Senate and keep the Senate, because that's the most important issue at this point in time, is keeping the Senate of the United States of America so we can stop the progressives and the liberals from moving forward or marching forward with their agenda. But I don't know if the president could do that. I think he makes everything about himself, and he needs to get off of himself and onto making sure that we win back and keep the Senate of the United States.
Well, I think what a lot of people would say to that, Michael, is that there's no bigger draw for Republicans, no better person to help get out the vote than Donald Trump himself. But Jenny, do we have Jenny back? Okay, well, we don't have Jenny quite back yet, but you know, President Trump has led to, you know, the expansion of the Republican Party. Michael, I think a lot of people understand what you're saying, and they understand where you're coming from, because he does have a tendency to do this. But, you know, there's nobody better at energizing the Republican base in Georgia than Donald Trump.
Oh, I'm not arguing that. He energized the base, and look at what happened with the base. We're winning. We're taking back seats in the House. We could keep the Senate, but he lost at the top of the ticket. So the down ballot was winning, while the top of the ticket, it wasn't. So he needs to work on the down ballot at this point and make sure we keep the down ballot winning the Senate of the United States. And all the other issues will work its way out, whatever is going to happen. But right now, it's really about Georgia. It's really about winning the Senate, not saying, oh, they cheated me, they cheated me, they cheated me, there was fraud. I think there's probably been fraud in every election known to mankind. We just don't know how much. But right now, let's put the Senate in the column of the Republicans. That should be the message of Donald Trump to his base.
Yeah, and again, I don't know why both can't be done. I mean, these two things can be true at the same time, right? There can be an unprecedented amount of voter fraud in this election, and Joe Biden is still going to become the president of the United States on January 20th. Those two things can be true at the same time. You know, I hear this from both sides of the, you know, political spectrum in Georgia. On the Republican side, everyone says Donald Trump's the best person, but they are also, I hear some concern expressed about this infighting happening among Republicans. Of course, President Reagan had that famous 11th commandment: there should be no infighting among Republicans. But obviously, those days are over with. But again, you still have the sitting Secretary of State, the sitting governor of Georgia, and this very public feud with the president of the United States. And normally at this type of event, you would have the whole party up there. You'd have the governor. You'd have both senators up there on the stage with the president with these big unity pushes. I don't know what it's going to look like on Saturday or Sunday, Michael, but we're going to find out.
Yeah, we're going to find out on Saturday, or we're going to find out on Sunday. I'm still trying to wrap my head around the fact, why would Republican leaders in Georgia be in a battle with the President of the United States? Why are they on the other side of the coin? Maybe they see something the president has never seen. And the president, let's be honest, the president doesn't like losing. I told somebody, I said, had he won in a landslide, he still would have sued because he would have believed it should have been a bigger landslide.
Well,
I mean, that's just Trump.
Who likes losing, Michael? I mean, nobody likes to lose. Nobody likes to lose a presidential election, and nobody wants to admit they lost when there is this much evidence out there being presented about irregularities and voter frauds, and it's still an open question.
Jimmy Carter still believes my dad cheated to win in 1980.
Well, we did an interview about Jimmy Carter yesterday with Jonathan Alter. I wish I could have asked him that question. We could have gotten to the bottom of it. But, like you said, there is election fraud in every election, but, exponentially more this time around.
What they have to do is, if they're going to keep on having, votes like they did this time, or write-in ballots, and the numbers that we had write-in ballots, they have got to do something in the next Congress. They have got to do something to tighten it up, just like Obama said back in 1998.
That's true. President Obama did call for a national kind of mandate on how to regulate mail-in voting. Of course, everything changes when the shoe is on the other foot, doesn't it? Our thanks to Michael. Jenny Beth Martin, she'll be back with us. Of course, I had a little audio trouble with her, but she's always great. We appreciate your time.